Hi guys, and welcome back. Hope everyone is doing really well. So as usual, guys, if you're new, please like, subscribe, share everything on this video, guys. Make my way to 125 subscribers. So guys, Mr. Origi, or Mr. Clutch, as we should now call him, the legend that is Mr. Origi, gets the winner. Big Divock Origi, whatever you want to call him, he's the man. Wins it for Liverpool late on, 95th minute. Let's talk about it, guys. What a game! What's a game? What a player Divock Origi is. You know, he's got. Hi, Chris. I'm good, mate. Hope you're well. It's just Divock hobby. It is Big Div. He does it again. He's what he's doing. You know, Divock Origi. He's got his haters. He's got his lovers. He's got. You know, he's a strange character, is Divock Origi, as we all know. He's very laid back, very cool, calm, collected. But he's Mr. Clutch for Liverpool. He's Mr. Clutch for Liverpool, and the goals he gets in clutch moments for this club is ridiculous. And you know, people want him sold, want him gone, and he comes up with big moments. You look back in the last few years, and the moments Origi's put us. You know, he's made it happen. The winner today, obviously the Champions League final, the goals against Barcelona, the last-minute winner against Everton, the last-minute winner against Newcastle in our league winning season. You know, he's a cult hero. He's an absolute cult hero, as Chris says. He's an absolute cult hero. Chris, welcome to my stream, fella. I think this is your first time here. Obviously, I know you from other channels. Thank you for subscribing, by the way, fella. I really, really appreciate that. No, Origi, fantastic, absolutely fantastic. It's just Mr. Clutch for Liverpool. He's going to be a cult hero. When his Liverpool career ends, he's going to go down as a cult hero. We're going to have legends at this club. Mo Salah on his way to being a Liverpool legend. You know, you look at the current crop of players: Salah, Mane, Virgil. You know, they're all going to be club legends, but Origi is going to be a cult hero, an absolute cult hero, Mr. Clutch. You know, Chris said, a good finish too. Origi is a good finisher. He is a good finisher. You go back and look at Origi's goals. Origi scores very good goals. He's a good finisher. The problem with Origi is that obviously Klopp doesn't give him enough game time, and even Klopp after Klopp's comments after the game about Origi was a bit strange when he said that you know, Origi's an excellent finisher and he's a great player, and I hope some manager sometime gives him the time that I don't. And that was it was a bit of a weird comment considering he's just got the winner. But there is something about Divock Origi that Jurgen Klopp obviously doesn't trust to play more than he does. Otherwise, because he is a very good finisher. Even Klopp admits that. Origi is a great finisher and he's a good goal scorer. But there must be something about Divock Origi that Klopp don't quite trust to play, you know, consecutive games. Because you look at him, there's no reason why Origi couldn't get 15 goals a season. Really isn't. He's got everything you need. He's a big lad. He's pacey. You know, he's strong on the ball. He's got a good first touch. He's got a good finish, as we say. He's got a lot about his game, Divock Origi, and you can see him getting 15 goals, especially in his Liverpool team. If he played 20-odd games, 25 games this season, I reckon he'd get 10 to 15 goals, and then 10 to 15 goals could be the difference of us winning this league or not, I'm telling you. Because this league is going to be so close, as we've seen this weekend. It's going to be up and down, up and down. Chris says, I expect shooting practice on Monday with our forwards and really coaching them chances we're facing. Yeah, it was a weird game today. We'll get to that. If Origi was at Brighton, he'd score goals there. Fun. He would. That may be the striker. Maybe that's the player Brighton need. They need a striker. You know, as we say with Brighton, Origi would fit there, but I wouldn't want to let him go. Not, you know, something about it. He's been at the club. How long's Origi been at the club now? I mean, he's been there longer than Klopp. You know, he's been there a good 7 odd years. He's been there a long time, and you know, he's obviously a decent bloke. The stuff he does for the city of Liverpool as well with the university, you know, putting his foundation in, putting the money forward. He's obviously a great bloke. He loves the city. That's why he never wants to leave Liverpool. Obviously, he's getting a good wage. He's probably sitting on that and thinking, I'm going to sit on that as well. But he does love the club. And I think us Liverpool fans love Divock Origi. I don't think there's many Liverpool fans who don't actually like Divock Origi. I can understand some fans getting on Twitter and social media and going, moaning about squad depth and, we've got to trust Divock Origi, oh God, here we go again and all that. But he gets clutch moments and he's just missed a clutch, and he's finished today. His back is against the goal. His touch is excellent, because if his touch is loose there, the ball gets taken away from him and we don't score. But his first touch is brilliant. And then his turn and finish is exquisite. It's just great. It's fantastic. And he's the best Belgium striker in the Premier League. He's better than that other Belgium. No, if that was Lukaku today, Lukaku's first touch would have gone to our goalkeeper. You know, because he's back to goal, 4 yards out from the goal. Origi's first touch would have been passed back to Alisson. But Origi's first touch was fantastic. Kept it right on his toe, spun, shot, beautiful goal, really good finish. Very good player, Origi. And like Origi said in his interview, Klopp told him to go out there and just do Divock Origi, because he knows, even Klopp knows Origi's clutch. That's why he said, just go out there and be Divock Origi. Chris, we beat Barcelona 4-0 with Shaq Origi, part of the front three. That's all that needs to be said, yeah. But Chris, like you and me, I don't moan about the team. I like to see players and all that, but you just unfortunately, you get some people on Twitter who apparently call themselves Liverpool fans who, you know, think it's all doom and gloom when Mane or Salah ain't playing, and it's the end of the world, like AFCON. You know, when the AFCON comes up, it's going to be all doom and gloom and the end of the world. And, you know, it's only going to be 2 league games by the look of it, and Origi and Jota can hold down. Sammy, my man, how are you? Clutchy. Clutch Origi. He's clutch, mate. Mr. Clutch. Evening, lads. Evening, Sammy. Sammy's my man. Hope you're good, Sammy. We're away from Trinidad, if I believe right then, it's Sammy. But let's get to this game then, guys, because it was a bit of a stressful game today. So let's go to what happened earlier in the day. So we obviously had Chelsea and West Ham in the London derby. This was a fantastic game of football. West Ham were fantastic today. I've been saying it for a while now. I've been saying it on my channel as well. A few of us have been saying it. Chelsea have got 8 points in their last 5 games. They've got 8 points in their last 5 games, Chelsea. They are starting to drop points. And I have been saying it. I've said it for a while now. I've said it with Dave last night. I've said it with Dave last night on Dave AFTV chats. I said, are Chelsea getting slightly fanned out? You look at the games recently, and the more negative people are towards them, if you're not too out positive and too, you know, you play like a Liverpool or something like that, you know, Chelsea might find that a bit easier. But, you know, they're conceding goals now as well. And, you know, all the stuff about Liverpool's apparently bad defence. Well, now we've only conceded 3 more than Chelsea, you know, considering they play 7 defenders. It's one that's going to be definitely to look at. Chris says, We don't know if AFCON go ahead yet due to new variant. Yeah, that is that's true, Chris. So, that new variant, the Omicron or whatever it's bloody called, ridiculous names they give these things. You know, there's the problem with it. There's travel bans all over the world to Africa. So if there's travel bans to Africa, how the hell are players meant to go? That don't see that making any sense at all. Sammy, all of us here don't rate Chelsea. I predicted a draw for spots for the West Ham. That you did, Sammy. None of us like it. And say none of us are big fans of Chelsea on this stream. But Chelsea are doing what? No, I think they've been found out a tiny, tiny bit, and it's a weird one with Chelsea. I think Tuchel's. I've said it. Look, what I've said about Chelsea last said few weeks, I'll say it again today. Chelsea are Burnley with a budget. You know, Chelsea are Burnley with money. You know, if Sean Dyche had Chelsea's money and players, he'd be playing the same way as Thomas Tuchel. Chelsea are Burnley with money. That's all they are. That's all they are. And it's starting to tell like that. You know, their defenders, again, are scoring the goals, trying to get them out of trouble. Mount's goal today was fantastic. Can't go against that. Now, Mason Mount's goal today was fantastic. I don't know about you guys. Mason Mount, though, he's got a face you want to slap, ain't he? I'll say it now. He's such a cocky little thing, ain't he? But Chelsea were... West Ham just played so well. They just played really well. And Bowen... I've been saying about Bowen for months now. I was one of the first ones. I mean, I went on the Coppish YouTube channel, the great guys at Coppish, Matt Callum and Drifty. They're the greatest, them guys. And I went on their channel months and months and months and months ago and said about Bowen. Bowen is a Liverpool player if I've ever seen one. He would work wonders under Klopp. You know, he's a good little player. And everyone's like, no. And now what I see on Twitter all the time is verified accounts going on about how blimmin' good Bowen is, and he'd be blinding under Klopp. Tuchel has almost been at Chelsea for a year now and played the same back three and wing-back formation since he arrived. Yes, Chris, he hasn't changed a thing. He plays like this way. He plays this way all the time. No matter when they're losing, like they were losing today, and he never changed the formation. He didn't play for it at back and just went for it. He's a stubborn manager, a bit like our manager. He's stubborn as well, but Klopp's stubborn in a different kind of way. And Tuchel, look, he's a good coach. I'm not going to go at Tuchel. He's a very, very, very good coach. He obviously doing what he does. He's good. But all this talk about he's better than Klopp this and better than Klopp that, he's not better. There's only one German manager, and that's Jurgen Klopp. Ralph Rangnick, all this lot. No, Jurgen Klopp is the man. He has the smallest budget, and look at the players he creates. Look at the players he creates, and you know it just it does my head in with the Tuchel talk. And Chelsea are a good team. They're a very good team, extraordinary team. They're European champions. I'm not going to diss Chelsea. I'm not going to say they're nothing. But I do believe this league title will be between Liverpool and Manchester City. And I've always thought that since the beginning of the season. This is Liverpool's redemption tour. This is what I'm calling it. This is Liverpool's redemption tour. They want to get redemption of what happened last season. So when we lost the Champions League final to Real Madrid, we came back the year later, won the Champions League final. That same year, we lost the league to Man City by 1 point. The following year, we won the league. Last season, we had all our players injured. Couldn't put out our strongest 11. We couldn't play properly because we didn't have defenders. And this season is our redemption season. Liverpool haven't gone away. Everyone thought Liverpool, because what happened last season. No. You're seeing what you're seeing in Liverpool is one of the best teams in Europe. Top three beat the best teams in Europe at this moment in time. And we can grind out results because our mentality is so good. With this Chelsea team, even though the money they spent, I always think they're still missing players. Their forward line's not good enough. Callum Hudson-Odoi is a good footballer. Good footballer. Is he going to get you the goals? Timo Werner was born offside. I think, his mum broke the offside line, gave birth to him offside, and he's been offside ever since. Lukaku is still the same Lukaku that we saw at West Brom, Everton, and Man United. He's not changed. In Italy, you can get very average players that score 20 goals a season in Italy. Doesn't mean they're good players. It's just the way the league is played. Chelsea bought a dud. £100 million pudding with a bit of custard on it. And that's Lukaku. He's a dud. And, I don't know. He's a small-time player. I've never seen him play well in big games. His first touch is still a pass. He did it a day. He had a touch today. His back was to goal. He had his first touch, and the ball went 3 yards away from him. He's still the same player. So they wasted money on him. Mason Mount will get you goals. He's a good footballer. Ziyech, this is his second season. He's still not impressing. What Chelsea do, they get goals all around the pitch. But the players they're missing at the moment, Chilwell terms a massive miss because Alonso's trash. And Kante is a massive miss because Jorginho, 2 mistakes in 2 games from Jorginho now. You put that guy under pressure. If you press Jorginho, and I think this is what a lot of teams are looking at now. I think Man United did it. Watford tried to do it. And West Ham did it today. Put all the pressure on Jorginho. Absolutely choke him. Get everyone going around Jorginho. He can't hack it. And if you get him out the game, you've got a big chance of beating Chelsea if they haven't got Kante about. Because Kante's a massive miss. Massive miss. And West Ham, I can't take anything away from them. They've beaten all the top teams this season, at their place. They're a great team. They're playing really well at the moment, really well. Sammy, blue kit Burnley, yeah, that is Chelsea. If Chelsea don't win anything this season and finish behind in the title race, Tuchel will get sacked by Roman. In my opinion, it's what Roman does, yeah. I mean, all this Tuchel talk and all this Klopp versus Klopp and all that, and then if he wins the Super Cup in February, he's done everything Klopp's achieved within 6 months, yeah. Forgetting that Klopp came into Liverpool with an awful team, a squad. He had Emre Can in midfield, for goodness sake. Skirtle in the back, Sacco. We had Klein at right back. He was all right. Mignolet in goal. Who do we have up front? We had Balotelli, who's still about. Ricky Lambert, Barini's. Benteke. Tuchel came into Chelsea with a fantastic team. Look, he's done well because Frank Lampard was so bad, but he still managed to get him, where he got him. But Tuchel's obviously a level up, miles levels up over Lampard, and he's done a good job at Chelsea. But I just don't see Chelsea being able to play the way they're playing now all the way through the season. I think they get caught out. And if Liverpool, Man City keep going the way they are, I think they just get steamrolled through teams. I really do. And this is not a knock on Chelsea. I think Chelsea are an exceptional team. I honestly do believe Liverpool, Chelsea and Man City are the top, and probably Bayern Munich are the 4 best teams in Europe right now. So I'm not knocking Chelsea if any Chelsea fans are watching this. I just think there is flaws to your game and flaws to your squad that I don't think's been picked up on. In the last 3 to 4 games, I think teams are starting to work you out and work where to press you and what players to press and put under pressure. And I think that's what's working at the moment. Sammy, thoughts on Chelsea's fans' nickname for Tuchel, Tactical Tommy? He's a tactically good coach. His in-game tactics sometimes are great, but he has got the squad to do it. Let's not kid ourselves here. He has got a very, very, very good squad. one of the most expensive squads assembled. So, he has got the team to do it with. Chris, Lukaku's a flat track bully. He's like Aubameyang and Lacazette. Oh, don't get me started with Aubameyang and Lacazette, Chris. You're bang on, mate. You're bang on. I mean, I think Lukaku's better at playing at teams. When Lukaku was West Brom and Everton player, he was more involved in big games. Since he's gone to big teams, he seems to disappear in big games. He likes work the other way around. It's weird. Chris, Jorginho should have won Ballon d'Or. They said I think they need to stop living in the sort of Narnia world. Oh mate, yeah, good old Narnia. When you order Mahrez in Kissiage. Reese, my man. Hey bro, hey 1K. You hit 1K subs on YouTube. Well done, mate. Congratulations, fella. Congratulations. Get me on your show one day. I'll get you on here as well. We'll do next time Liverpool Man United play each other. We'll come on each other's channel and do a thing if you like. But well done, mate. That's awesome. Yeah, the Jorginho talk. Jesus, Harry got third. He got third in the Ballon d'Or because Italy and Chelsea won the major tournaments. But would Chelsea and Italy have won them major tournaments without Jorginho? Yeah, probably would have thought so. Doesn't mean he's, it's a bit over the top, ain't it? It's a bit over. He's terrible. He's terrible. Is he better than Fabinho and Thiago? No. I mean, it's nuts. And the Chelsea fans, I've got no real beef with Chelsea. I'm a Southern Liverpool fan. Obviously, I live in London, but no, I've got no real beef with Chelsea. Their fans, on the other hand, Jesus, their fans just don't give up, do they? They, yeah, they're a good team. Yeah, they're European champions, but I just can't see them winning the Premier League. I really can't. I just see it Liverpool, Man City. I just see I see that Liverpool, Man City being too powerful up top. I mean, City just a powerful unit all round. They got 20 players that can all play in that team, and you wouldn't tell the difference between their first 11 and their second 11. They're that powerful. This Liverpool team up front, Salah, Mane, Jota. We'll talk about Jota's missing in a minute. Jesus. Salah, Mane, Jota, and Mr. Clutch, Divock Origi, and Bobby Firmino. I just find that too. They all stay fit. I just find that too powerful for a lot of teams. And our midfield's starting to work now. We haven't conceded in 4 games. Things are starting to go well for us. I love to, but I'm not very good at speaking on videos. I get a bit nervous. That's all right, mate. That's all right. Don't worry about that, fella. Don't worry about that. I'll do all the speaking for us. But yeah, so West Ham totally deserved the win. Mendy probably at fault for 2 goals today, maybe. I mean, Jorginho's pass back to him weren't exactly an easy one for him to take. Was it Bowen breathing right down his neck? It weren't an easy one for him to take there. But then Mendy, when he's got the ball, he should just booted it out. I don't know what he started to try and do after that. And then, he gave away the penalty. Didn't get booked for it. I thought he might have got booked for that, but he didn't. And then Mendy lost his confidence a little bit. As soon as that happened, Mendy's confidence went a little bit, And that the winner for West Ham, right? He's trying to obviously, he's found half a yard. He's found a bit of space in between centre back, full back, and he's trying to whip it into the box, right? That's what he's trying to do. He's taking a little deflection, but Mendy should still not be beaten where he got beaten. He's probably at fault for 2 goals today. But I thought West Ham totally deserved 3 points. I don't think Chelsea did enough to win the game. Yeah, Chelsea, they attack the opposition's box a lot. They get in the box a lot. They pass it around. They play it around. know, nice little passes in and around the box. They do a lot of cross. They cross a lot of balls. They spam cross a lot of balls into the box for Chelsea. So their wing backs overlap so much, and they have that, that keep that width there. That they do it. They spam a lot of crosses in. But apart from that, they didn't really have a lot of chances. And I thought West Ham completely and utterly deserved the win today. And it's Chelsea have not got the easiest December. They got some difficult games, and I thought this game would be difficult from today, especially being an early kickoff. Sammy says, Antonio versus Liverpool and Chelsea didn't score off for so much, yeah. Antonio's a threat. If he's on the pitch, West Ham always have a chance, even if he doesn't score. Because he's so big, he's so powerful, he's so quick, he's so direct. He attracts defenders to him, opening up space for other people. And he can hold the ball up and bring other players into play. He's a very good player, Antonio. Very good player. No, he don't have to score to be involved a lot in the game. He's good. He's a good footballer. Chris says West Ham got a good chance of fourth, but all depends on keeping players fit. Yeah, and how far they go in Europe. I mean, that's going to be a big thing for West Ham. How far they go in Europe, because if they get past the last 32, round 16, then quarterfinals. If they get through them stages and they're still going, that might affect their league form because they haven't got the squad big enough to play both competitions. Mendy had a terrible game. He did. He had a bad one, and Mendy was quite affected by the mistake for the penalty as well. He got very nervous. Good goalkeeper like Mendy, but all goalkeepers have bad days. This is what I say when we all compare players to players. Like Chelsea fans saying Mendy's the best goalkeeper in the league and comparing to players like Alisson and stuff like that. Look, for me, Alisson is the best goalkeeper in the league, hands down. But Alisson makes mistakes. I've seen Neuer, one of the greatest goalkeepers ever in our generation anyway, make a lot of mistakes. And it happens, It's one person in goal. If a keeper makes a mistake, it looks massive. If a midfielder makes a mistake, sometimes it can go unnoticed. You know what I mean? But he's still a good goalkeeper. He just made mistakes today. Just made mistakes. It's a race between Claudio and Benitez to get the set. I don't know why Ranieri. I have no idea why Watford hired Ranieri. Ranieri is 72 years old. Why are you hiring Ranieri to get you out of a relegation scrap when he's 72 years old? It's a weird disappointment. I don't understand it. But, Watford sack managers for fun, don't they? So I won't be surprised if Ranieri went before Rafa. Steve, my mate. Statman Starves Football Channel. Steve, how are you? Guys, if you haven't subbed to my man Steve, go and sub to his channel. He's a great guy. He's an absolutely fantastic guy. He's he's always got a stream out. I mean, he streamed every day this week, I think. But the man's shattered. So let him have a little rest. He'll be back next week with some more videos, guys. Look out for him. He does great stuff. Reese, De Gea is the best goalie in the league. No, Reese. Right, Reese. I like you, Reese. You're a good man. 1,000 subs. Excellent man. De Gea a few years ago, give you that. But I think Alisson's the best around at this moment in time. Everyone makes mistakes. If you don't make mistakes, then you're not from this universal planet. Exactly. Everyone makes mistakes. It's how you learn from them. It's how you come back from them mistakes. As I say, the best keepers I've ever seen in my life make mistakes. Mendy's still a tremendous keeper. He just made 2 mistakes today. Yes, Steve. See, he knows Ali by a mile. Believe me, Fred made mistakes. Yeah, unfortunately, poor Fred's mistakes do stick out quite a bit, don't they? But I do think Fred, saying about Fred, I think under Ralph Rangnick, I think Fred could become an important player for Man United, because what Fred is good at, he's good at the pressing game. Technically and all that, he might not be great, but he's good at the pressing game. And I think Ralph Rangnick might get something out of Fred in that system. Jazz, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you. Maybe a little early, Jazz, but welcome to the channel, Jazz, and please subscribe if you've not. Welcome to the channel. Nothing to do with age, to be fair. Roy was old, yeah, he was all right with Palace. Yeah. I mean, but I just don't think Ranieri is as good of a manager as Roy Hodgson, to be fair. Ranieri's been here, there, and everywhere. Yeah, he won the league with Leicester. That's always going to go down as amazing. I just find, see, if Watford hired Roy Hodgson to get out of this relegation scrap, I might give Watford a chance, if you know what I mean, because Roy's used to that. He's used to that more than Claudio is. That's what I try and get from it. Evening, Chris, and everyone in the chat. Are you nervous for F1 tomorrow? Formula One? I don't watch Formula One. Chris, you watch Formula One? I've got to say, Road Fred, Merry Christmas, even though I don't celebrate it. Fair enough, Rose, fair enough. De Gea is the best. Alisson is sloppy most of the time. Yeah, he's been tested. Thanks to Liverpool's. Whoa. Sloppy most of the time. When is he sloppy? Right. Let me get this done about goalkeepers while we're here, yeah? Right. Alice, if you ask most professionals and people know Alisson's footwork in goal is amazing. Yeah. The reason you never see Alisson pull off a flashy save is because his footwork in goal is out of this world. Where I will say he's sloppy sometimes is with his feet. I will give you that. Sometimes with his feet, he's sloppy. I'll give you that. But his footwork in goal and his saves and his positioning in goal, I hardly anyone's better. Thanks, Chad. Cheek. The cheek of it. Evening, Stubbs. Hope you're well, mate. I'm never nervous about Formula One. Got to admit, I haven't watched Formula One since the days of Senna, Damon Hill, Villeneuve, Schumacher. The good old days. And I will say on Formula One right now, Senna is still the greatest driver of all time, and it's not Lewis Hamilton. I'll tell you why. I've seen Senna win Grand Prix in the worst cars possible. Let's not forget, when Senna started driving, Ferraris and all this of that world wouldn't take him because they thought he was a liability, right? And he was dangerous. So he drove cars that were nowhere near good enough to win world championships and won them with them and created them into monsters. Senna, for me, is still hands down the greatest driver of all time. City go Paul away now. Pep means business. They're not going to pull away, Sammy. Come on, Sammy. I know you love Pep, but they're not going to pull away, mate. They're not going to pull away. We'll keep up with them. It's going to be Liverpool City pulling away from everyone else. Jazz, you must be watching another game. How's he sloppy? The only way I'd say sometimes Alisson is sloppy with his feet. Otherwise, in goal, his positioning in goal and his footwork in goal is as good as I've ever seen. You listen to me, Scouse. Gary has a terrible Brentford mate to me. This was like, Reese. No, he's a good look. De Gea's a good goalkeeper. For me, De Gea and Peter Cech are the best goalkeepers in the Premier League era. I've always said that. Peter Cech and David Gea, best goalkeepers in the Premier League era. But I just think Alisson, I would have Alisson at this moment in time in front of all. I think De Gea is having a good season, to be honest. And he does keep Man United into a lot of games. But, you know, the last few seasons, he hasn't been at his absolute best, and Alisson has. So it maybe just tips the scale. But De Gea is a fantastic goalkeeper. There's so many good goalkeepers in the league. Listening to us makes more sense. Also, a lot of mistakes. Also, Alisson rarely makes mistakes. That's what makes him a cut above the rust. You know, Steve's going in. Steve, you're going in. The hype behind Liverpool is only because they are our rivals, just like how we United fans are keeping your stream alive. Oh, thank you very much. If you keep it alive, keep it alive. I don't mind. Saying that, if you like what I do and you come here and you subscribe to me, I'm all happy. I'm all happy, guys. I'm all happy. You know, keep my stream alive. I don't mind having banter with Man United fans, Arsenal fans, Chelsea fans, and all. As long as it's banter and you know, nothing gets out of order and we'll have a laugh about it, we're all friends after, more the merrier. If it gets bad and unnatured, I'm not having any of that. But good banter, good laugh, you know, football's football, rivalry's rivalry. I don't mind. It's all good. Chris, completely agree. Jamie likes a Senna and Schumacher away ahead of Hamilton. Schumacher won titles in Benetton, which wasn't a good car. Oh, yeah, exactly. Would Lewis Hamilton win in the cars? Schumacher, Villeneuve, Senna, you know, all them guys before, Hunt, all these, when he won the amount of Grand Prix he wins now, don't forget these cars are amazing. Obviously, Lewis Hamilton's a world-class driver and one of the greatest ever. Senna, the Senna documentary is one of the best sport documentaries I've ever seen in my life. It's an amazing. No one's seen it. Go and watch the Senna documentary. It is out of this world. And the Maradona one, they're made by the same people. Fantastic. Jazz, Liverpool aren't your rivals. Right, what have we started, guys? What have we started? Learn about history. Sorry. I'm joking, mate. You're a man. You're a good guy. God bless you, brother. Yeah, it's all good, guys. It's all good. We all like a bit of a laugh here, guys. It's what my channel's about. Having banter, having a laugh. We can all get on, talk about the football. It's majority Liverpool channel, obviously, but as you know, I talk about everything going, guys. And it's a good laugh. All come in. You know, we all have a laugh with each other. I have Man United fans like yourselves, Arsenal fans, Chelsea fans. I've had loads of different fans come on this channel, and we just have a laugh. As soon as it starts getting out of order, like I've had one person on here get a bit out of order once, and I had to block them. But apart from that, like you guys, it's a laugh. It really is. I rarely take it too far versus rival fans unless they stuff about Munich. Yeah, if anyone says anything about, you know, Munich, Hillsborough, Heysel, anything to do with them sort of things, immediate bans, they're the scum of the earth. No one wants them sort of people ever in society, in low on YouTube channels, on social media or anything like that. Now, keep it friendly, keep it upbeat. We can all have a laugh. Anything like that. No, scum. I'm not denying he's not a great goalkeeper. He could be world class, but De Gea is behind both Alisson and Edson. Fact, Steve is going in. Look at that. It's sad, but we have to wait until Monday to start Arsenal. Oh, and Steve, exactly, respect, mate. Exactly. It's all fun and laughter here, guys. Fun and laughter. That man, like, live up to your name. That man, mate, you'll live up to your name. Speaking of Jesus, wait till the story of the guy who went out of all. What? Wait, tell us the story of the guy who went out of all. Oh, right. He was actually apparently a Liverpool fan, and for some reason he came onto my channel, which is a Liverpool channel, and I'm a Liverpool fan, and started saying I wasn't a Liverpool fan, criticised me because I don't come from Liverpool because I'm a Southerner, although I've supported Liverpool for 30 years. I'm 40 years old, and I've been supporting Liverpool since I was 10 years old. So, and he started calling me a wall. I don't know what a wall is. I'm too old for all this crap. I don't understand it. And he was just taking the piss and being horrible and nasty. I don't think he was really a Liverpool fan. I think he was just because what Liverpool fan would have a go at another Liverpool fan, no matter where they come from in the world. And yeah, it was just really having a go and really being nasty and started being a bit, you know, calling me names and stuff like that. And he just got his ass blocked. This sort of stuff, like you, Jazz, Reese, Steve, you all having a laugh, having a bit of banter between each other. You know, that's fine. I think it's too much, though. No. What nonsense am I speaking? Steve and Jazz. Jeez. So, guys, the West Ham 3, Chelsea 2. Let's get back to the games. West Ham 3, Chelsea 2, final result. So it comes to the Liverpool game. I found a stream to watch it on, and it actually works for the whole game, which is absolutely amazing. Usually they go after 5 minutes. Yeah. As soon as I knew Chelsea as soon as I saw Chelsea lost to West Ham, I knew Liverpool were going to struggle in this game. For some reason, Liverpool have struggled every time Chelsea or Man City drop points. For some reason, we struggle. I think the last one was when we played West Ham, we lost 3-2. And I thought the same was going to happen against Wolves. It was obviously the most frustrating game because we have been extremely clinical the whole time. This whole season, Liverpool have been extremely clinical, like 60-odd goals in all competitions this season. I think 64 goals in all competitions this season. Extremely clinical. And we missed a barrel of chances today. You know, and it looks like Wolves were going to get away with it, but 0-0. I mean, Wolves had no attacks. Absolutely no attacks. Oiled up Adama Traore. You know, the man was greased up to the eyeballs. You know, slippery fucker. Getting out of everything. But the thing about Adama Traore, he's great on the ball. But then he's got, you know, he's great when he gets the ball. He's powerful and he's quick. But as soon as he has to pass it or do something with it, it just falls to pieces. The man he's got so much ability, but he doesn't do anything with it. And Wolves didn't really offer anything as an attacking sense. But the chances we missed today that we've been burying, I thought this has got 0-0 written all over it. But as we know, the one miss of this game, which is probably going to be the miss of the season and one of the worst misses I've seen since Ronnie Rosenthal hit the crossbar in an open goal. Stephen, remember that one? Jota, the keeper messes up. Jota takes it off the keeper. He's running in on goal. There's 2 centre-backs on the goal line, but the goal's obviously huge. The only place he can miss is if he hits it straight at the defender. And of course, that's what he did. He hit it straight at the defender. It was one of the worst misses. But luckily for Diogo Jota, Mr. Clutch, Divock Origi came on and got the last-minute winner in the 95th minute with a beautiful goal. As I said, his back was to goal, 4 yards out from goal. His first touch was fantastic. Lovely turn, great finish. And Mr. Clutch wins it for Liverpool for that little time being, put us on top of the league. But obviously, the game we'll talk about next, a certain team called Manchester City, knocked us off. All right, guys, are you lot going off still? Right. Let's get to your comments here, guys. Oh, here we go with this. You have to come from this place to be a true fan. You cannot call a club a big club without international fans. Yeah, exactly, Grace. Exactly, mate. But yeah, I'm always someone who supports a team they were not born in. Ah, right. Why? What's it matter? So if I met my wife in the north, but I'm from the south, but we fell in love and all that, and that was my one and only, and then we had a family and kids and all that. Does it matter that she weren't from the same place I was born? You know, it's your football club. You fall in love with your football club, don't you? You have an attachment to your football club. You only support one club your whole life. You never leave it. Through thick and thin, through dark and day, you never leave that club. And it's not like Liverpool. I've been supporting Liverpool for 30 years, and it's not like we were super successful in the early 90s and, you know, the early 2000s, we obviously had a good bit under Gerald Houllier. Then we won Champions League in 2005. But we never saw a Premier League, you know. It's stupid. You should be able to support whoever you want to support. You know, if you love that club and you made an investment into that club for the rest of your life, it don't matter where you come from. Chris, also these F1 cars these days have the halo safety, which wasn't there in Senna's day. In Senna's day, no safety at all. Put that into perspective as well. Yeah, they didn't even have the gravel, did they? So I remember watching the Senna documentary, and Senna said they needed more safety stuff. It was when you had an accident in F1 back then, it usually meant your life. The stat man, you're deluding. Oh yeah. None of that jazz. Come on, be nice. Steve's a great man. Great man. His channel's fantastic. Don't get out of order now. I never thought it'd be easy at Wolves anyway. Always tough for us at Wolves. Yeah, be honest, I thought we were going to annihilate Wolves, and obviously I got that very wrong. Exactly, Reece. Football is a global sport, but Everton fans, even Everton fans in America. Yeah, that is true. I don't know why you're being called Reece, because I'll call you Red Devils then. What is your name? Because I follow someone on Twitter called Reece who has your same picture and basically your same name, Road to Red Devil. So I thought that was you. So I was putting two and two together. If that's wrong, let me know. Tell us your name. Jazz, how am I deluded? And no need to get... Yeah, let's not get personal, guys. It's all love. Steve's a great man. What he does on his YouTube channel is fantastic. He works his absolute butt off. So no name calling, guys. It's not needed. Not needed. Not on my show. Roger, apologies, mate. Mane missed a great, Mane, 86th minute on his left peg. You know, he could have had a touch and a better finish, but it was awful. Anyway, Jazz, this is James' channel. I'm glad to get you on my channel. We can have a discussion and you can tell me what you think. Wait, he stole my name. Yeah, well, it's just like Red Devils. And I just put two and two together and thought that was you. So I apologise, fella. I apologise. Yeah, so I thought that was you because it's the same person who follows me on Twitter. I'll have to have a look. So we'll just call you Red Devils. No more Reece. Yeah, I thought that was you. Same bloke, but obviously he's not. So I apologise. And we'll just call you Red Devils from now on. So unfortunately, Liverpool are only top of the league for a little bit. And Man City up against Watford in the 5:30 kickoff. Oh, hang on. Before we get to that, appreciate Sport Jail. Anytime, fella. Always. You support me, I support you. We're all family in this Liverpool YouTube world. Sure, we'll help each other out. Oh, it's fine. I thought he took the exact name. No, it wasn't exact name, but it was like the same picture and like Red something Red Devils, but because it was the same picture and he followed me on Twitter and I followed him back, and then you're on my YouTube. I just put two and two together and thought it was you, but it's obviously not. Statman, no, you're cool. You ain't deluded. Yeah, well said, Red Devils. Well said. Steve's a great bloke. Yes, so guys, we get the Man City game now. Man City, Watford. Watford don't like playing Man City. Man City usually score against Watford for absolute fun. And I mean, we all remember the FA Cup final a few years ago. I think was it 5-0, 6-0? It was pathetic. You know, absolute disgrace. And no, this, you know, Watford have been doing well under. Although I think why Watford hired Ranieri, he's actually done not too bad since he's been there. But today's game was against, like when they played Liverpool and lost 5-0. Today they're playing one of the, the top teams in the world in Man City. And, you know, they did try. But at the end of the day, this is Man City. And Man City are just on a roll, same as Liverpool right now. But Man City are a scary team. For a team that doesn't have a striker, you know, for a team that doesn't have an out-and-out striker, they score a lot of goals still, don't they? They're still such a dangerous side. And you think about Kevin De Bruyne hasn't been... I don't think Kevin De Bruyne has been good for about 2 years, personally. Kevin De Bruyne has had a lot of injury issues, and I think that's really slowing him down. So he looks older now all of a sudden as well. He looks slower, looks older. He doesn't look like the player he was. Statman, cheers. Red Devils. I support two teams. Carlisle and League Two are my local Liverpool in my family. It's my dad's season ticket. Yeah. I think Chris, you do your is it your FIFA stuff on Carlisle? I think I've seen that about. yeah, I mean, if you've got a local club and you love that local club, but your family's got connections with another club you absolutely love, there's nothing wrong with that. I know a lot of people will do that. They've got a love for two. You know, they've got their love for their local club. I mean, where I am in London, there's about 1 million local clubs. You know, I could support Charlton. Charlton's probably my closest professional club to where I live. And then Crystal Palace would be the second nearest. And then I could support Charlton, Palace, Arsenal, Tottenham, Millwall. Yeah, Millwall's quite close to me. So I could support any of them blooming teams, but I never supported the London club, never supported the local team. My dad was a Liverpool fan, and obviously my dad was a Liverpool fan. He sat me in front of Liverpool, said, "This is your team, son." Fell in love with Liverpool. My dad's my hero in a way, so I'm going to follow the club my dad follows, and that's how it happened. And you know, I could never ever follow enough. So I don't get people wear other people's football shirts. I've never understood that. So you know, I have Liverpool shirts or Liverpool training tops or Liverpool jumpers or different kinds of Liverpool t-shirts. You know, stuff like that. I can't understand when I see, you know, a Liverpool fan wearing a Bayern Munich shirt. I'm like, I just don't get that. That's me, though. Old school, maybe. I just don't understand it. I know a lot of people like collecting football shirts and football memorabilia, and they wear it because some of the shirts now are very fashionable and look really nice, especially the retro ones. You know, and they look good. But I couldn't wear another badge on my skin. No, I couldn't do it. Could you guys? Do you like do that? I know I just couldn't. Sterling seemed to have won back his place. Yeah, Sterling's doing well. Sterling's having, you know, Pep took him out of the team and told him basically, you don't back up your ideas, you're gone. It's simple as that. Sterling wants to stay at City, but does Sterling want to stay at City or does Sterling want to, you know, leave? But to leave, he needs to start playing well to look, you know, he needs that transfer. London be a nightmare for local clubs. It would. There's about 100 bloody clubs in London, pick and choose. But then in London, it's very so. If you're from where I am, the south of London, you can support your Charltons, your Palaces, your Millwalls, stuff like that, right? But if you live in South London, you support Arsenal or in North London, you get people saying to you, you're not a real Arsenal fan because you don't come from North London, although you live in London. So you can't win. you can't win. Grealish is bang average. Grealish, look, I've said it since day one. I weren't worried when Man City bought Grealish for 100 million because he does nothing to change their team. If Grealish played today or didn't play today, Man City would have still won. Grealish is not the X factor. 100 million pounds was too much money on him. Too much money. He's a very good footballer, but for 100 million pounds, you expect to see a lot better, and he doesn't make a difference to Man City. Doesn't. It's facts. Jamie, I just wanted to say that people may clone me to ruin my reputation. So if there's any stupid comments, it's not me, it's Guy's phone. All right, no worries, fella, no worries. I'll look out for that. I know you're decent. Don't worry about that, my man. Don't worry about that. I know when it's really you because the way you write and talk it, I can tell that's you all the time. Yeah, Man City, though, they're firing, as are Liverpool, and this title race is going to go down. It's going to be. I know, Sammy, you think that Man City will win the league by 10 points. I've seen you on Twitter. Pep's going to win the league by 10. I've seen you, Sammy. I've seen you. Don't you worry. I don't think it'd be anything like that. I think it'd be extremely close. Bernardo Silva is cooking. Him and Jota are probably the two best Portuguese players in the league at this moment in time. Sorry, Red Devils. But Bernardo Silva, you know, he's going back to that play was, 3 years ago when he was absolutely electric. And he's scoring goals now as well. I think, what was it? Last season was all right, but the season Liverpool won the league, he was turd. And don't forget, Pep Guardiola was happy for that Bernardo Silva go this summer, but no one came in for him, so he kept him. And now look at Bernardo Silva. He's absolutely, you say, he's cooking. But I think this league title is going to go extremely close, guys. I don't think it's going to be a one-horse race, a two-horse race. I think it's going to be a three-horse race. Chelsea are always going to stay there. Liverpool and City. This Christmas period is going to be really important. This month for football, I think there's 7 games left this month alone. It's absolutely crazy, the Christmas time. And it's going to go to the wire. It's definitely going to go to the wire. I mean, leagues are not won and lost at Christmas, but they do shape up. Christmas does shape up how the league is going to look. And I think there's a 7-point gap between third and fourth at this moment in time. And that's only going to get bigger. You know, the top 3 are the top 3, and then whoever gets fourth is between a lot of teams. Silver playing at 18-19 version cooking. Yeah, he is at the moment. He's had a couple of seasons off, but the way he's playing at the moment is quite scary, I have to admit. Bernardo Silva versus Liverpool at the Etihad was insane with that 2-1. Yeah. Keep bringing up the bad stuff, don't you, Sammy? Christmas period is dreaded at times. Yeah. I mean, I think I do love Christmas football, though. Yeah, I love Christmas full stop. Christmas is my best time of year, especially when you've got kids and the family and everything. There's no better time of year than Christmas. Even with the shit it is at the moment with COVID and everything, Christmas is still special. But the football makes it even better. You cannot beat Christmas football. You have a game on the 23rd of December, and then you have a game on Boxing Day, then you have a game 2 days later, and then you've got New Year's Day games. Incredible time to be a football fan at Christmas. I absolutely love it. But what's so good about it is that points can be lost and gained like that so quickly at the Christmas time. I mean, it's not going to tell you the winners of this league is, but Christmas shapes up the league. And by the time New Year we come into 2022, the league is going to look structured and going forward. That's how you're going to be looking at it. Fourth place is going to be interesting because I think first, second, and third are totally sewn up. Right, yeah, Christmas is time to be loving towards your rivals. Jamie, next time City play Chelsea in January, you'll be wanting a Chelsea win. Yeah, that's probably true. That is probably true. And we play obviously Chelsea on the 2nd of January, so that will be an interesting. You know, I think Chelsea have got some hard games coming up. They have got some back-to-back hard games, and you know, Liverpool's fixtures going forward are not too bad. We've got obviously Aston Villa next weekend, which is going to be a weird game because Steven Gerrard comes back to Anfield as a manager. Now, obviously, I want to beat Aston Villa and I want to beat up Aston Villa 2-3-4-0, but I don't want to beat Steven Gerrard 2-3-4-0. It's going to be an hard one to take. You know, it's going to be a difficult one, but we'll have to get through it. Obviously, on Tuesday or Wednesday this week, obviously, we got AC Milan in our last game, and we're going for 6 wins out of 6. No English club has ever won 6 games, all 6 games in their group games in Champions League history. So going for a record there. There's a lot to look forward to. Our probably hardest game, I think. Yeah, I think our hardest game in December is probably going to be Spurs. Depending on how Spurs are with Kante, then that might be our most difficult game. We've got Leicester as well. We've got Leicester twice, League Cup quarter-final and in the league. We've got Leicester on Boxing Day. Now, the last time we played Leicester on Boxing Day, we won the league. So, yeah, look out for that. Yeah, so it's going to be an interesting time, but it's got 4th place. Fourth place is so up for grabs. So it's Spurs away or at Anfield. I think it's at Anfield, Sammy. So if it is, yeah, I think we've got two home games in a row. One of them's Tottenham. Fourth place is up for grabs, though, guys. So you got Man United, West Ham, Arsenal, and who else you got? So you got West Ham, Arsenal, Tottenham, and Man United. Then 4 clubs. One of them are getting fourth place. Who do we reckon it is? Obviously, Red Devils. You're going to say it's Man United. You know, for me, it's between Man United and Spurs to get fourth. The reason I say Spurs obviously got a game in hand. They win their game in hand, they do go fourth. You know, Kante is going to make that Spurs team better eventually. You know, he's going to make them better than they were. Harry Kane needs to start scoring goals. Harry Kane has still only got 1 or 2 goals in the league this season. He's not scoring goals at all, and he's not really, you know, he's not really firing at all. He just don't want to be at Tottenham full stop. But Man United, what's interesting about Man United, they've got obviously Ralph Rangnick in charge now. We all know Ralph's history. No, but he's never managed an elite club. So this is the first time he's ever going to manage and coach an elite club. Look, doing what he done at RB Leipzig, Schalke, and Hoffenheim and them sort of clubs, and what he did for German football as a whole for the German national team and stuff like that is awesome. What he done, his record, the way he invented gegenpressing and the way he designed German football the last 20 years, great work. But he's never coached at elite level, and he's going to be coaching at elite level, and it'd be very, very interesting to see how he does. Very interesting. Man United are going to be a better team. There's no doubt about that. They're going to become a gegenpressing. They're going to try and play like Liverpool play, you know, with just out the better players. And it takes a long time. Me knowing that as a Liverpool fan with Klopp, you know, when Klopp first joined Liverpool, we had Tottenham in our first game. And straight away in that first game, all the players were running more and pressing more straight away in that first game. But we got a lot of injuries through the first, 18 months under Klopp, because trying to play that Klopp style is extremely difficult, and it needs a lot of work on the training field, and it takes a long time. And Liverpool are in their peak now, so we've been doing it the last few years. It will take Man United time. It will take them a while, but they do have elite players in that team, and I think that might just get them over fourth place with the new playing style. Spurs are the shot in the dark for me. Spurs are the shot in the dark to get fourth spot. I really do think. Arsenal, I don't think this game against Everton on Monday for Arsenal is going to be a game to watch, guys, on Monday. I might have to do I might even do a watch along for Monday's game for the Arsenal Everton game, because that could be fun. Because this is 2 teams. Arsenal, you just don't know what you're going to get from Arsenal. I thought against Man United they weren't that bad, but they still lost to Liverpool. They weren't exactly fantastic against Newcastle, but got the 2-0 win. Yeah, they need to. Arsenal need to up their game. Everton need a win. Everton need points big time, and I just can't see them getting anything out of this Arsenal game. But you just don't know what Arsenal team won't turn up. And then if Arsenal beat Everton, all you're going to get from Arsenal fans is that we're back. You know, Arsenal are back. We're going to get fourth place. We're the best. We're this or that. They're going to big up all their players again, like they're the greatest thing since sliced bread and all this nonsense. It's going to be an interesting game, but I just don't think Arsenal have enough to get top 4. I really don't. And Arteta, there's a big factor in that. I don't think Arteta is that great. Yes, Anfield. United for me, Spurs fifth. Yeah, I can see that. Spurs my shot in the dark. You just never know with Conte. Because Conte's there now, they could. He's got to try and improve that team. And apparently, he's got £100 million to spend in January. So we'll see if that's true or not. If Kane don't score tomorrow versus Norwich, well, look, Norwich, that's not even a gimme for Tottenham because Norwich have not been doing too badly since Dean Smith came in. You know, he's changed that team around a little bit and gave it more structure. Obviously, you'd still expect Tottenham to win comfortably, but Tottenham lost to Mora, you know, the worst rated team in Europe, you know, part-timers. And, you know, you just never know. Just never know with Spurs. The term Spursy is there for a reason. The reason I think Spursy is even in the dictionary. That's, you know, it's that word for a reason. And you just never know with Tottenham. You never know. They could go on a 4 or 5 game winning streak, or they could lose 3 and win 1. But with Conte, he's going to want to see improvement in that Tottenham team very quickly. And apparently the rumours are, that I've heard from Spurs fans, is that Levy's going to give him 100 million in January. So I don't know if that's true or not. Spurs are forced to they get right signings in years. What I think, yeah, Chris, apparently the rumours are that they're going to get 100 million in January because Conte likes to spend money, as we know. He fell out of Roman Abramovich because he didn't give him enough money to spend. Roman Abramovich, who gives everyone hundreds of millions of pounds to spend on players. He even argued with Roman Abramovich that he didn't have enough money to spend. This is Conte. He needs money to spend. He wants to spend money. There is no way I can see him ever going to Tottenham if Levy didn't promise him a big transfer budget in January. Must have offered him, say, in January. And if he has got stuff, if he has got money to spend in January, then I could see it's going to be between Tottenham and United for 4th place. Got to go, bye, mate. Yeah, see you later, Red Devils. Have a good night, mate. Look out for me. I'll probably do another show on Monday. So look out for the show on Monday. It'll be the weekend review. Look out for that. I'll see you then, fella. Have a good night, mate. Yeah, so Chris, I see Spurs my shot in the dark, I've got to say. As you say, it all depends on transfers. He's a checkbook manager like Pep. He is a bit. I would say Conte is more of a checkbook manager than Pep, to be fair. I would say Conte is even more. I mean, look what he's done to Inter Milan. He spent so much money in Inter Milan that they're now broke and had to sell all their best players, and that's why he left. It's the only reason he left. He's a mercenary. He's a complete and utter mercenary. You know, come into your team for 2 or 3 years, spend everything, every last drop of money you have in your club, he'll spend it, and then he'll moan that he ain't getting no more and he'll leave. He's a complete and utter mercenary, is Antonio Conte. But he's also a winner at the same time. Not at European level, his European record is terrible, but at club level, he's a winner. And if Tottenham must be giving him something to spend in January, because I can't see him going to that club if they didn't. Because he'll want to get him into the top 4 this season and play Champions League next year. There's no way he'll want to play Europa League football next season. Not a chance. If that's the case, he'd be off. I don't see him staying next season. That's why Klopp deserves so much credit as manager. Exactly. Klopp's got a tiny budget. Could anyone... Right, realistically, I like Pep Guardiola. I think he's one of the greatest coaches ever. You know, he's got his mind for the game and everything. But Pep Guardiola needs special players in every single position on the team to play that way that he wants them to play. Jurgen Klopp doesn't. Would Pep Guardiola got Robbo from Hull for 8 million and turned him into one of the best left backs in world football? I don't think he would have. He would have gone and got a £40 million left back who's already at that level, you know, to play the way he needs to play. So Pep Guardiola is an extremely, extremely, extremely good manager, a great coach, a world-class coach, and a world-class mind. But he does need that certain type of player in his team to play that style, where I don't think Jurgen Klopp does. I mean, Jurgen Klopp makes stars. I mean, look at his Dortmund team. I mean, he bought Lewandowski for what was it, 1.5 million from that the Polish side. I can't remember their name now. For 1.5, 2.5 million, something not like nothing. Made him into one of the greatest strikers ever. Yeah, it's I do like Pep, but Klopp, I just think, and the budget Klopp has no budget. We only buy players if we sell players. I don't, and can win a Premier League and a Champions League and a Club World Championship and Super Cup, whatever, all them trophies in that time. We've only been able to buy players if you sell. And don't forget, at the time we sold our best player in Coutinho at that time for ridiculous money, obviously. But we bought our starting 11 with it, and we haven't really spent money since. And that was like 3 years ago. Pep and Kante are world-class managers, of course. They are, but I always feel like they do need a checky book. In terms of league football, Kante is one of the business. Yeah, Conte's league club form is elite. His European record is terrible. I mean, he was at Juventus for a long time, and for a while went away and did amazing things with Juventus, but in Europe, nothing. He's a great club manager. His European record is a bit in the toilet. And that's why I think he's got to do something with Spurs. Klopp is legendary. Thank you, Sammy. But that's why I think he's got to do something with Spurs this season, because he must have been offered something. There's no way he would have gone to Spurs this season, not had no money in January. He'd gone there, seen the stadium, seen the players, and gone, right, I need money in January. Fourth place is gettable. You know, forget about first, second, and third, they're gone. But fourth place is gettable. United don't play him well. Arsenal are Arsenal. You know, Leicester are out of it. West Ham are gettable. You know, so he must get money in January. And if he does get money in January and he buys the right kind of players in that Tottenham team, I can see Tottenham fighting Man United for fourth place. I really can. Because if Tottenham don't get fourth place, I don't see Conte at Spurs next season, because he isn't going to get the money because he's not in the Champions League, and he will want to play Champions League. He won't want a whole year out of not playing in Champions League football and playing Europa League football. He'll be off. He's a mercenary. That's what he is. Conte has been knocked out of the group stages 3 times and has never got past quarterfinals. Yeah, his European record for the job he does at club level, European level, he's not up to scratch. He's not up to scratch, guys. But so, guys, that is it for today. It's getting a bit late, but thank you for coming on, guys. I appreciate it all. Chris, thanks for coming to the channel for the first time, mate, and all your comments and everything was absolutely fantastic. I hope to see you again, fella. Thank you for subbing. If you haven't subbed, guys, if you haven't subbed, please subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to get to 125 subscribers. That is my next goal. And then, you know, after that, I'll be setting another goal, 150. I'm going to do it 25 by 25, trying to get up to the 200. It's been a great show, guys. Your comments have been fantastic. Thank you for interacting, guys. You've all been brilliant. I think the banter today has been really good between us and the Devils and Jazz, when Jazz got a bit rude maybe towards the end to Steve. But Statman Stubbs Football Channel, go and sub to his channel, guys. He does fantastic stuff over there. You see me over there a couple of times. I've been on his channel a few times, and I'm on there most Friday nights doing the quiz. He's a great bloke. Go and sub to him. But guys, thank you for commenting, interacting on my channel. As always, guys, it's much, much love. I will be back on Monday at 10 p.m. doing a Monday night, the weekend review. We're going to look back at all the games this weekend, guys, and any gossip that comes out, because we're coming close now to the transfer season. So we'll look at some transfer gossip. We'll look at all the games over the weekend. And we'll have a good old time. So, guys, thank you very, very much. I appreciate every single one of you. I do, guys. And for now, so long.